Hello, and welcome to Feminist Alchemist. My name is Samara, and this is a timeless pick a card reading from the fairies. So, whenever you encounter this video, it may be valid for you. Do use your discernment and only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you enjoy these readings, you can give it a like or a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the Feminist Alchemist channel and click the bell to be notified when I upload. So I had spent some days in a more remote area. I live a suburban life, so there's nature around, but there is also malls and traffic and other, distractions from nature. So I went out into nature for a few days, and in that time I did feel and interact with a strong elemental presence, specifically fairies. And so I was guided to provide a message at this time. There's no common thread between the three piles that we have on offer today. It's simply what the fairies think you need to know now, and that knowledge of awareness of these energies, these vibrations operating in your life at this time, how that awareness can help you make more decisions that are more aligned with your highest good, with your path of learning and enlightenment, and with your overall expansion and improvement of, ability to enjoy life is the words that they're giving me. So we have three choices of piles today. Pile 1 are wind chimes. In pile 2, we have dandelion. And in pile 3, we have a clear quartz stone. So I'll give you a short meditation, 1 minute, to see which pile or contemplate which pile may resonate with you most at this time. All the piles are time-stamped below, so after the meditation, you can simply click the pile of your choosing. And the meditation will start now. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the wind chimes, this is your reading. So these are your pre-shuffled oracles, and then I will do the tarot and some final oracles as well. So your fairy card is Believe in Magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern light says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. So what I'm getting from this card is those of you who chose this pile, it's time for you to recognize that you are not separate from the things that you admire. So what comes to mind, I've heard belittling comments in the past. So this is from my personal experience. Like, who do you think you are? Oh, so you think you're the next Oprah or the next, or the Dalai Lama, or like, or Mother Teresa, something like this. And I'm like, well, yeah, because no one is above or beneath the other, right? And we all come from the same spark. So we all have come essentially with the same potential to be successful, to be abundant, to be glorious, to be magical. And the fairies are encouraging you to see magic in the mundane, magic in the little things, magic all around you, and recognize that they are reflections, reminders. Use them as reminders to you that you also have that magic within you. Okay, so and then we have the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. Put it here. And the Swan Queen, Transformation, Intuition, and Patience. I think I want to stand this up differently. Okay, just a little reconfiguration. Okay, so the Spirit Whisperer and the Swan Queen. And this is card is number 3, and this is number 13. That's a nice synchronicity for us there. So you have something that's really awakening inside of you that is a magic that you've almost forgotten about. Some of you, it is something that you expressed in the past as a child. Some of you, this is a complete awakening of something that wasn't there before, but I feel, or that you weren't aware of before, but I feel that most of you, like 99, they're telling me 99% of you who are watching this and chose this pile, that what is awakening within you is something that was laying dormant for some amount of time due to whatever life circumstances caused you to suppress this or not see it as worth pursuing. This is what I'm getting, that for some of you is really buried quite deeply. Because this owl here, owls are out at night. So it's in the deepest recesses of your mind, your memory, in this, I don't want to call it a dark corner of the spirit as though it's a negative place, but it could definitely be. So now they're giving me 2 scenarios. One is some of you tucked it away because it just didn't seem worth pursuing. Others of you, the second scenario is you tucked it away because it seemed unattractive or people made fun of you. I'm getting even like your family could misunderstand you or make fun of you, or you tucked it away to fall into line with expectations and to get along better in your friend, family, community circles. And I have a feeling of, it is what makes you special, but people and circumstances made you believe that it didn't make you special, but it made you weird, and they're also like, okay, we don't blame you. Like, don't blame yourself. Don't feel shame or guilt as if you betrayed yourself. We all want to feel connected to something and to people as much as many of us claim not to require connection. They're saying that even connection that's like really being connected to yourself, which means you're really connected to all of your divine guidance, higher knowing, your divine team, and the divine in general, that is a source of connection. So we long for connection. In this matrix of separation, we long to create connection, to feel connection, and our souls, having forgotten that we are actually never separate, we try to fit ourselves into a construct, into a personality that is more easily, what's the word I'm looking for? That we could weave more easily into the fabric of whatever community we are a part of. So the Swan Queen here, number 13, is saying transformation, intuition, patience. You are going through a very deep transformation. You are blossoming. It is going to take time, and it may feel awkward to you as well. Especially because, you're going to have to, both of these cards here are about, you have intuition on the Swan Queen, and you have divine guidance and higher knowing in the Spirit Whisperer. So they're saying that your intuition is a form of your divine guidance and higher knowing. It's basically, the intuition is what propels you into action. So this is coming in a place of receptivity, and this is like manifesting. It's the middle ground of that being now your reality. It's where this is transformed into doing, into action, and into physical form. I'm going to pull some tarot. I'm trying to keep this snappy, like 15 minutes. My readings are usually like an hour. So I'm trying to go like 15, 20 minutes per pile. So what do we have here? Ooh, interesting. So we have the Two of Coins, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So here I see, so this is timeless, so whenever you encounter this reading, it will be somehow significant to you. If it resonates with you, it will be significant to you. And I'm seeing here with the Two of Coins, it's like we see carrying a bear and carrying a baby. I feel that you will be balancing your spiritual side and we're going to call it human side. Your instincts and your intellect is what they're saying. Your instincts and your intellect is what needs to come into balance at the moment. And I'm getting that. I'm surprised that the Two of Coins is not in the middle, but yes. So with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups, I feel that your greatest fear and your greatest desire are on like the two sides of this coin as well. Or in these two coins, your greatest fear and your greatest desire. And the fairies want you to know that either of these two can be true. And actually there is power in both of them, you acknowledging both of them, but making the conscious choice of where you will operate from. And knowing that they're saying this fear may never go away. It's just how much you believe that you are able to do this, and how much you believe that this has power over you, how much power you let the fear have over you. But because it's the 10, I also feel like you will be able to situate that fear somewhere that is useful to you. That's the other thing. They want you to always realize that everything out there is a tool for you to co-create. And that addressing this fear and in how you address this fear is also a tool for you getting to this part, to this 10 of Cups, to this fulfillment. And it will, once again with the Swan Queen, this is all going to take some time to develop. So having patience is going to be important here. I'm feeling that I need to pull a fourth tarot card. Or is it just... No, hold on. Yeah, that's just the bottom of the deck here. So the 5 of Swords came out. I had the feeling of the Temperance card coming out, so I don't know why they took me back to the tarot. I'm just flipping through. Yeah. Anyway, 5 of Swords came, and I feel there's quite a bit of resistance on your coming path, or confrontation, and weeding out people and situations, but I'm feeling more people, weeding out people that seek to undermine you and undermine you reaching this place. So I feel people wanting to knock your confidence or knock your belief in your own magic. People who see your magic actually very clearly, but because they want to benefit from you, they benefit from you not recognizing the value that you bring and the natural magic that you bring. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull some final oracles from this Making Magic deck, which is so appropriate for the card that you got here, your fairy card. Okay, so we have air. Work with, well, you did pick the wind chimes, so this is appropriate. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. And you did get 2 air cards in here. So you may want to look up the element of air and how to work with it, which cardinal direction to face, any type of air magic, air affirmations, and so forth. What do we have next? Successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises, I think it should say raises, pay rises and promotions. And then we have goddess, healing, feminine energy. Which one goes where? Here we go. So whether you're masculine or feminine or gender neutral, the divine feminine energy of nature, of seeing magic in nature and seeing how nature kind of goes, I don't want to say go with the flow, but it is subject to whatever else is going on in its environment. But also knows right timing. It can sense right timing. It could also sense a storm coming, you know. So I feel tapping into the energy of the earth is going to be very important for you. I mean, it's important for everyone, but for you in particular, it's going to be important in this coming time. And then so this reading was not pointing to which part of your life this is going to apply to, but we did get successful careers. So if you are thinking of, I'm seeing you being in an environment that is more nurturing for your energy and values you more. So that transformation may take time. It will be challenging. I'm just getting that it will be worth the challenge. Okay. So we are coming to a close here. So, and pulling 2 Gaia cards here. So you got number 16. The planet is changing, and the indigenous were right. They lifted the dirt in their hands and said, "This is life." The consciousness of Gaia is aligned with your own consciousness. That is why it feels so good to simply be in nature. So yes, do spend some time in nature to align your energy with its energies. Will be very supportive for you at this time. It's also a good place for you to go out and work with the element of air. Reawaken your relationship with Gaia, card 31. So there's another, you got 3, you have 13, and you have 31. So you may want to look up those numbers or look up 1 and 3. You may see a lot of 1s and 3s in your environment in the next few days after seeing this reading, just to solidify that this reading is applicable to you. Okay, this invitation is to reawaken your relationship with Gaia. Once you are able to do that, you will understand that you are in control of it all. The indigenous knew it, and they could make rain where there was none. And this is like, I see you being able to really create the reality that you want to create through, both of these cards mention the indigenous. So you may be indigenous, you may have indigenous in your heritage, you may have indigenous in a past life as well that needs to be awakened, or that's asking to, that has wisdom for you. And what else? Yes, know that you are the magician. The magician didn't come out here, but know that you have the ability to create whatever you want to create. And just to connect this back to the beginning, to your first card, that which is awakening within you is meant to be awakened, and your magic is gifted to you, natural to you, and should be, and you should embrace and enjoy it to its fullest capacity. so that we can also enjoy it to its fullest capacity. I think that's it for now. So I wish you all the best. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that this resonated with you. And until next time, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Dandelion, this is your reading. So we'll start with your pre-shuffled oracles. This is your fairy card, and we have motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So if you are some of you out there are procrastinating or second guessing yourself out of doing what you know needs to be done. And for some of you, you just need to rip off the Band-Aid and do something that is uncomfortable. Some of you need to plan small steps in that direction so that you're at least doing something in that direction every day and committing to that. They also want you to be aware that your persistent thoughts are also part of your intuition. They're trying to tell you something. They're part of the mechanism that guides you through this life. And when you act on them, the restlessness will go away and clarity has a chance to come through. Then we have your two supporting cards here from the Hidden Realms. The Desert Prince, Survival and False Promises. Card 19 and card 33, the Camel Boy. Small steps, as I mentioned, asking for help. So, okay, I have two things coming through. Let's start with the Desert Prince. You are in a situation where I feel, okay, let me recenter myself. They're asking me to listen more. So, okay, they say that your situation is, you have built something around you that gives the illusion of safety, or gives the illusion of this is the best that you can hope for. This is the best that it can be. But 1 + 9 = 10. And if you accept that to be all that there is, that will be all that there is. They're saying that your disappointment is also not an indication that what you are asking for or what you hope for is not achievable, if there's been failure or disappointment in the past. False promises keeps jumping out to me as, they're showing me whether you're into whoever you are attracted to is irrespective of what I'm about to say. So they're showing me this, muscular topless figure on the card here. And it's like, okay, it may look good, but that actually doesn't have much to offer you, right? The desert is still the desert. There's lots of things to find in the desert, but the desert is still the desert, right? Especially in terms of survival, in terms of physical abundance, in terms of physical safety, material wealth, material safety. The desert has many gifts. However, it's still the desert. Is what it's saying. And it's like, how long are you going to stay in the desert? And this is why sometimes I love when the stories just are so beautifully unfolding, because then you have the camel boy. It's like he's like a Peter Pan even, but a more realistic Peter Pan, a more grounded Peter Pan. But he comes with his flute, and he has a camel, and he is ready to take you out of the desert. I feel like in the desert, wherever the desert is, whether it's an emotional state for you, a relationship, a career, a lifestyle, wherever that desert is in your life, that this camel, like there is a way out, and you have convinced yourself that when you're in the desert and you find water, it's like you found the biggest treasure ever. Not knowing that there are other places you can go where the water is just, there's the Amazon. Like there's just a big river flowing through it and greenery everywhere, right? Comes with its own challenges, for sure. But you can change landscapes, is what the camel boy is signifying to me. You can change the landscape of your life. You can change the landscape that you operate in to one where there is more available to you, more resources, more abundance, more happiness, more fulfillment, more nourishment. You don't have to prove your strength by surviving in the desert. And some of you are wasting energy proving yourself to people who will never see your value fully, or are intimidated or want to take it for granted. So you're fighting, I want to say you're fighting a losing battle, but it's wasted energy. So you can just get on the camel. Small steps, asking for help if you need. And they're asking for help. In this sense, the fairies are indicating to me that you can ask them for help. Earth spirits, guardian angels, spirit guides, whomever. But you need to start asking for help and believe that you deserve help as well. But you need to start planning and actively working towards moving out of the desert landscape, right? You're not meant to be battling anymore and fighting for your appreciation, value, and wealth, resources. I'm going to pull some tarot. We have the King of Swords. I'm feeling that you're not going to get as many cards. The Three of Coins. Just one more. Please. Okay, and the Eight of Wands. All right. So, King of Swords. You need to cut some people and some situations very decidedly and pretty coldly, I would say. So there needs to be some emotional detachment for you from and seeing things from a more objective point of view. So you need to remove your emotions from a situation. It could be difficult to remove your emotions from a situation at this time. But this is the advice that you're getting, to step back and be objective about the situation. And they want me to show you that, like, okay, this guy has a spear, right? But your blade is bigger, right? This is coming from, I'm getting, you may also have very deep-rooted ancient, or in your family history, in your personal history, times of extreme lack, times where you really were in survival mode. And you've come to recognize that, or to consider that as a normal state of being. The struggle is normal. And this King of Swords is saying, step into a more elevated mindset where you are more powerful. You are much more powerful, and, cut where you need to cut off what you need to cut off. And just, don't think about consequences. I mean, really, if you are doing it out of the sense of love, and there is more love for yourself, and there is more out there for me, then there is nothing wrong that you can do, is also what they want you to know. And Three of Coins, a lot of people I've seen read this card, they are scared of, they consider these people as being negative towards this person, but these guys are actually teachers. I mean, if you have read the guidebook, they're actually teachers. And in the Three of Coins, it is a participatory energy. It's not a conflicting energy. So to me, the Three of Coins is saying here, once again, asking for help. You have help. You have help from people and situations that you don't feel like looking at, that may seem scary to you. But the reason why these beings are so helpful to you is because they've been to the desert and back. And they want you to remember as well that you've been to the desert and back, likely in this lifetime in smaller ways that you don't recognize and appreciate as your strength. But definitely in past lives, you have persevered, overcome, right? And they're saying that it's actually going to be, the Eight of Wands is telling me that it's going to be a lot easier than you anticipate once you make the decision to harness your power of action. Like, once you decide to take action, nothing is going to be able to stop this trajectory that you're on. I'm going to pull a fourth card on the, oops, did it come? No. It flipped over and then it flipped back over, so that won't be it. I'm just going to pull a final tarot card to kind of sum up your Eight of Wands energy here. The Star. Yeah, once you decide to act on those things that you've really been thinking about, and then on the bottom of the deck you have the Eight of Cups. Once you decide to act on the things that you have been thinking about, you will make great progress, and you will change your life's landscape. I feel that you, with the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck that I just showed you, and this particular Star card, I feel that there needs to be some mourning of things that you hoped for that didn't pan out. And that's also perfectly fine. They didn't pan out. You either learned something from it or it redirected you so that you will never see the whole picture. A certain element of trust is always going to be needed. Recognize that the ways that you attempt to keep yourself safe is a falsehood. It's a false promise of, if I only can fall into line or keep myself within this construct, then it will be safe and I will have stability and I will have, XYZ. And it will be fulfilling to me even if I don't do this. Because look, even the colors of motivation and camel boy are very similar. This pink, magenta, mauve, purple, lilac. There's very much this, all you need to do is follow your heart. And I know that sounds cliche, but all you need to do is follow the persistent thought in your mind. If you're thinking about it all the time, the divine is also planting those seeds, and your own soul is telling you that. And your own soul is not separate from the divine, right? So understand that all of that is linked together, and that your instincts are trying to tell you something, or trying to guide you back to yourself. Trying to guide you back to the best of yourself so that you can create that, be the best of yourself, or connected to the best of yourself in your inner world so that you can create that in your outer world. So that's before I do the final oracles. It doesn't work that your outer world is, sorry to bump the camera, doesn't work that your outer world becomes amazing and then you become amazing inside. It's not like that. When we've seen people who've had, like they just showed me Marilyn Monroe, who had everything that everyone would think someone would want, or at least in that day. You know, she was considered beautiful, sexy, she was admired, she was a star, everyone wanted to be her, to know her. She was courted by many suitors, and still inside she was unhappy and feeling not like a star, right? So they want you to really recognize that you are inwardly amazing before you make the world amazing outside of you, and before you can appreciate actually that what is around you is already amazing, and you can create more of that from understanding and embracing and being grateful for all of the amazingness around you. I'm going to pull some magic cards. Let's see if they want 2 or 3. Oh, you got a lot with I think they only want 2. Okay, we're doing 2. I mean, I feel like 3. Okay. I'm going to go with 2 for now. Fire. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. That came out second, actually. But first was the elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Yeah, okay, I understand why they probably only want 2 in there. I will show you the bottom of the deck, but I'm not going to pull it out. Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. But they don't want to talk about the odds. They only want to talk about you. So, the elements. What am I getting from that? Creating boundaries. They're giving me a sentence with swearing in it, and I don't like to swear on my channel. I don't know why. I swear in other places in life and not here. I keep hearing cut a B. You can fill in the B with what you want to fill it in with. But someone needs to be cut out of your life. I like that this comes all with the Desert Prince and the swords. And the Desert Prince himself is coming with a message. He's not trying to pull anything from you, but he is warning you of mirages and of people who are promising you things that people in situations, because they're also showing me when you see a mirage in the desert of like an oasis and it's not actually there. Discernment, the wand of discernment, and really looking to harnessing your own energies, empowering yourself, saying no, calling BS when you see BS. And I'm getting this energy of really not caring what other people think about you or it. This is you and your guides, and forget other people at the moment, because I feel that the environment that you are in does not reflect the environment that you are going to, and you're moving into a place where you are where the energies are much more harmonious for you. A new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. So you need to move in that direction with the 8 of Wands, and move there with clear intention. Clear intention, wish upon a star, they say. I'm going to do a shuffle this way, Gaia card, because I'm trying to keep these short today. 20 minutes is a nice little amount of time. If you come to my North Node readings, you know those are like an hour. So nice to do something, short and useful as well. So we have card number 8, Crystalline Grid of Gaia. The crystalline grid of Gaia is being realigned for compassion. Where there is compassion, there will be an energy that everyone can feel. Changing the planet begins with you. I'm going to take a second one. I feel that some of you are very spiritual, you're ascending, you're expanding, and you're around a lot of people who are still very constricted and negative and in their limiting beliefs. And you could be more of an optimistic, more of a dreamer, more of an innovator. And so people don't believe that you can achieve what it is you want to achieve, or they don't believe that those changes are possible. The fairies want you to know that it is possible, and your idea and your inspirations are needed on this planet at this time, and that's why you have them. Yes. And so number 33, you got number 33 twice. Please look up the numerology of number 33. Return to the knowing of the indigenous, where Gaia has a face and a personality. Allow yourself to receive the alliance with Gaia that exists for you, and deepen your connection with the planet. Some of you are environmental advocates who have really great ideas as well. But allow the earth to support you. And allow the earth to have life. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's a who. It's not a what, it's a who, right? So get to know that who, and do look up the number 33 for yourself. Is there anything else here? Oh, yes. When you cut people off, be sure not to leave any karma behind, and any hatred, any grudges. Do be compassionate for the fact that they are where they are in their life, and you're in a different place, and just move on and wish them the best. You don't have to wish them the best to their face. You could do it after. You could do it through meditation or affirmation, or a little prayer for them, right? But make sure, don't bring any bad feelings with you into the new, because you really don't need it holding you back. Burn ritual could also be good if you do need to really get rid of any really sticky energy from connections of the past. I'm going to leave it there. Pile number 2, the dandelion. Oh, they wanted me to say as well, last thing. Dandelions are such amazing plants. You can also look up the medicine of a dandelion, like homeopathy, herbalism. but we cut them down as weeds, and don't appreciate them fully. So understand that in this desert situation, you're also not being appreciated fully for what you are capable of bringing. And so changing your environment is necessary. That is it, Pile 2. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now. Hello, Pile 3. You chose the clear quartz. This is your reading. I'll take your pre-shuffled oracles. First, we have protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. So I get for some of you that you are very excited about this opening that has happened within you, that you may have recently come across like a book or a video or a dream, something that's really opened your intuitive abilities, psychic abilities even, and you're very enthusiastic about it. You may be oversharing with people who don't quite understand what it is you're doing. You may be opening your vulnerability to energies that are not benevolent, that are not seeking to positively reinforce you. So, and it happens. Our discernment is a muscle that we need to exercise. So what you should add to your practice is some type of protection ritual. You can make a protection amulet. You can bless or energetically charge a necklace or ring or item to be your protection as well. You should also have a protection mantra. For those of you that has nothing to do with, if you don't feel that you're awakening to anything psychic at the time, or quote unquote spiritual awakening, you may just be expanding love and light wise, like your heart is opening, your talents could be opening. In any case, it just feels like someone who has stepped into a new energy and has become somehow more sensitive or attractive to energies and people who may seek to take advantage of it. And so you should exercise protection in whatever way is meaningful to you. That could be through prayer, through magic, through divination, through, whatever you are drawn to. It could be, they're also showing me ancestral, like something that comes from your ancestry, Celtic, Native American, other indigenous cultures, African continent, and so on and so forth. They're showing me Chinese as well. Okay, protection is your theme here. So what do we have as your two helpers from the hidden realms? We have the map maker of destiny. Who's coming first? The prison wave, self-sabotaging poverty consciousness, number 31. And these two have a similar color. So that's interesting. The map maker of destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Okay, so I'm getting that the fairies want you to know that they are protecting you. They want to protect you. You have to ask them to protect you as well and help you. But I'm hearing you could be your own worst enemy. But I'm also hearing that the reason that you need it's psychic protection. You need psychic protection because you are in a state where your mind can be easily influenced. And this can be especially true if you are having that psychic, spiritual awakening, or starting to dabble in magic or spiritual work and are using your intuition. It's hard to know what is real and what is not, and what is benevolent and what is not. And in the beginning, right, you're exercising your discernment. So some of you, most of you in this pile have some energy, whether it's in human or other form, in human form or otherwise, that is weighing on you, like it's pulling you into a negative state. It pulls on you negatively. And it's their influence is almost indiscernible to you, to the point where you believe it's yourself. That's why, to me, that's why it's coming up as self-sabotage and poverty consciousness, because it's something that is not of you, but it's affecting you. There's something not of you that is affecting you, but because it's snuck in through a back door, I'm trying to discern if it's external or if it's something arising within you. Okay, they're saying that part is not necessarily relevant at this point. But it's that energy needs to be eradicated. And it's eradicated through light. Like you see the sun is here, but pull this up, you see the sun is coming up behind, which means there is a way out, but this being is completely in its own self-pity, self-loathing, disappointment. There's nothing there for me. There's nothing out there for me. Okay, they want me to move on to the next card. The card 24, which adds up to 6. Mapmaker of destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Yeah, you can choose freely. You can choose freely. Not every choice is attractive, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the choice. It just means that. So I'm getting like kind of wind of poverty consciousness here. Oh, I can't do that. Because if I do that, that will happen. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. It means that it's not attractive to do because you don't like what you think the consequences are going to be, right? If I do that, then it will be this, and it'll be this, and then that's going to happen. So yeah, but you could do it, and maybe it's not going to happen that way, right? There is this call for you to take authentic actions in your life. There is a call for you to sometimes just do what you feel to do and let the chips fall where they may. Maybe someone not liking you anymore, maybe someone, maybe you're going to have an argument or a difficult conversation, but then maybe also someone will just stop messing with you because you told them to go, stick it, right? Or maybe you say no to working overtime the third day in a row because, you're not obligated to work overtime and you need rest, right? So they want you to understand, the fairies want you to understand that you always have the choice, even if the perceived consequences are not attractive, that does not mean that you don't have the choice. It just means that you are actually trapping yourself in your own spiral of negative thinking or negative expectations that traps you to feeling like that choice is a choice that you don't have, but you have it, right? People make choices every day that we don't agree with, right? I mean, every day there are difficult decisions. So, but you cannot go wrong if your decisions are based on your authentic purpose, right? And they want you to stop making choices based on what other people think or based on pleasing other people as well. They're saying that you get taken advantage of often. Pile 3. And to the point where you don't even realize that you're getting taken advantage of. And this could be what has built this prison because you're just so used to getting the short end of the stick. They're saying piss people off. Like, just do it. Just make them upset. It's like, why do you sacrifice your inner peace to keep the peace with other people? It's just like, just forget it. Let's let them be upset. Let them be upset. You got a lot of tarot here. So we have the moon. We have the 6 of Cups. Judgment. The 8 of Coins. And the 4 of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to kind of read these all as a unit here. Your intuition, your emotions are real, deserve to be seen, heard, and to flow, right? They don't want you to be trapped in your own emotions, in your own emotional landscape, right? The 6 of Cups equal giving and receiving emotionally. This is what you should be. This is what you should and can expect in your relationships and can demand in your relationships and can demand out of life. You are being called at this specific moment, whenever you are encountering this reading, you are being called to blossom, to follow your heart. And every time I say that, I know it sounds cliche, follow your heart, but it is, your authentic beacon of direction that is guided by a inseverable connection to the divine and your authentic purpose. That is where it comes from. So following your heart is not a la-di-da, skipping through the meadows, fantasy thing. And the fairies just said, skipping through the meadows is a very real and wonderful thing to do. We in our industrialized lives, for the most part, have forgotten how to play and enjoy life and nature and how much magic is around us. Your Judgment card here is calling you to go through this 8 of Coins. It is going to be a little bit, you see, she's weaving thorns. her or him, they are weaving thorns, pentacles out of thorns. There is some difficult work or some challenging work ahead, and it's challenging just because you've never done it before, right? The 4 of Swords is saying, rest. You're wounded and you do need to just remove yourself from certain situations. But you do have to learn how to deal with some of these people, because these people in situations and energies, because they're saying that this room that you can put yourself in is not going to go away. You just always have to consciously choose not to put yourself in this prison situation, in this room. And succumbing to people's opinions, keeping the peace by suppressing your own wants, needs, and desires is what creates this prison. And it may be painful, difficult, uncomfortable for you at first to start really speaking your truth out there and potentially change your whole friend circle, for example, potentially change your job. But they want you to also realize that destiny, if you're in a place that does not value you and where you cannot grow and where you don't feel safe, right? And the only way that you feel safe is by not being yourself or by suppressing yourself, that you are not aligned with where you are destined to be, right? You're not aligned with your destiny. And destiny is not a completely specific place, time, person, and career, right? They always show to me destiny as a vibration that getting you to a vibration. It's not a place, it's a resonance, it's a state of being. And you can waver from that state of being however many times in a day, right? But all of these, so you have to protect that state of being. You get to that state of being and then you continuously hone your skill to stay in that vibration and to increase that vibration. I'm going to pull your magic cards. We're in the final little oracles here. Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Interesting. Protection, I got it again. Okay. Strong protective magic for the family and home. And Awen, 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. Interesting. So yes, and at the bottom of the deck you have Labyrinth, transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. I'm going to put this here because I feel like it belongs on your judgment card. So yeah, you are able to create whatever you want. You can create your own prison. You can create your own power. You can create your own luck. They want you to know that. And they want you to know that it's just waiting in the wings for you to choose it. Protection. They're like, don't be afraid of the fact that you need to protect yourself. Every divine being, every light worker needs to learn how to protect themselves and protect their energy and protect their level of vibration, because there are forces out there that wish to undermine us, and there are people out there who wish to undermine us. This is like when you work with spirit and divination and light and love, it's not a way of, how can I put it, of ignoring the fact that the world is what it is at the moment, and that we have not so pleasant energies all over the universe, right? But protection is not with force. We don't have to protect with force. We can protect with intention, with calling on magic, energies, beings, spirit guides. and intention. I feel like you need to keep in mind that all will be well. It's coming here. There can be great anguish when you're dealing with this side of the prison that's created, and the people and the things that make you feel confined. But they just want you to know that the equal parts action and receiving the support of your divine team and the fairies, because this is a fairy reading, and the earth is going to bring you in alignment with all that you desire. And labyrinth, yeah, just raising your vibration. Do whatever you need to do. I'm getting the sense to do whatever you need to do to raise your vibration. And I'm really getting this, like, yeah, piss some people off. Just don't. And the thing is, the people are going to bring you drama when you stop giving them what they want for free. Because some of you are in this situation where you've been giving people what they want without them giving you anything in return. 6 of Cups, without them giving you anything in return, whether financial, emotional, or even just a thank you, or gratitude or anything. Raising your vibration means only giving when you are giving with good intentions, like really from the heart, expecting nothing in return. Or you are the agreement of what you're going to get for what you're putting out, you are in agreement with, and because they don't want you to build up grudges or burdens, or give to the point where you feel burdened. This will lower your vibration. Say no when you mean no. Say yes when you mean yes. Believe in the things that feel real to you. So if you believe in fairies, if you believe in fairies, I'm sure, I hope that if you are here, you believe in fairies. But yeah, believe in fairies, believe in the higher spirits of animals, believe in the magic of nature, believe in whatever it is you believe in, that especially if it's something that's newly arisen for you. Believe in it fully. Protect your beliefs and ideals from naysayers, and connect with, if you don't have people in the physical realm just yet, connect with the spirit realm and the other realms, the hidden realms, as you're anchoring into this being real. I'm going to pull you a couple Gaia cards here. To close the reading here. Okay. First we have card 29, Peace with Gaia. The variety of species on this planet comes and goes accordingly as they are needed for the energy they create. Be at peace with Gaia's grand plan. What stood out to me here is, species that come and go. People in your life and situations in your life are coming and going as well. And you can reflect on that in your meditations with the earth, or in observing the earth. Gaia is in service. Gaia is in service to humanity and changes itself as human consciousness changes. Humans are actually in charge and responsible for Earth's changes and shifts. Perhaps this is why you feel so connected to the dirt of the earth. So they want you to recognize that you are a powerful being, that you are co-creating with the planet. So the planet also is offering to you, and you are offering to it. The fairies want you to know that you are important in Gaia's plan, that any awakening growth that you are going through that is causing friction with the state of the, the situation and the people that you are involved with, that is fine. That old life, those old constructs are meant to go, and something new and more aligned with you is coming in as you raise your vibration. And as all of this is happening, do know that they are available to help you protect you and protect your higher vibration so that you don't get pulled back into self-pity, self-sabotage, or into feeling sorry for feeling guilty. I have that some of you may feel guilty for leaving work situations or social connections because somehow you were important to its construct, to them, but they're not appreciating you, or it doesn't fulfill you, doesn't reciprocate the energy that you put into it, and it's okay for you to end that as well. That is all that I have for you from the fairies, pile 3, and you're clear. Quartz. I hope this has helped you find clarity in moving forward, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.